Celebrations turning into tragedy within moments in Nice as a terror truck mowed down 84 people on the streets of Nice at 10:30 p.m. local time. Several injured in the French Riviera city, known for its tourism, known for its beaches, known for its friendly people, and people who are on the streets on a day to mark the revolution, the French Revolution, and they were there on the ground looking at the fireworks with their families, enjoying the Bastille day. That's when this terror attack happened, where a lone attacker right now, as per the reports in the media, has been identified as a petty criminal who was known to the local police, but it's a lapse on the intel agency part, it seems, because they were not able to track down that how he was able to procure grenades and ammunition which were found in that truck. This truck logged into revelers watching the Bastille Day fireworks display around 2 kilometer stretch alongside the Nice shore. It started from Promenade and went on for about 2 kilometers, mowing down people with the gunmen spraying bullets all across indiscriminately before being shot down by the French police. French President François Hollande has called this attack a terror attack. He said it is a war on terror now. Also, the driver has been identified as a French Tunisian, a petty criminal known to the local police. Hollande has also extended the state of emergency in France by 3 months. There has already been tributes pouring in for those who have been the victims of this terror attack. At least 84 people now killed in this attack and many injured. Those who were trying to run helter-skelter and also going across to take shelter did not have any place to hide because this truck mowed down with a great speed on the 2 kilometer stretch, the one on your screen, in the road of Nice. Also, there has been the link which has been drawn with the ISIS, because now there has been reports emerging from the media which says that this could be the ISIS handiwork. Pro-ISIS channel, according to the US media, showed single word France on it. There's also been another channel showing Eiffel Tower on fire. Also, another pro-ISIS channel posted Allahu Akbar, and another one showed the carnage celebration. Let's not forget there have been multiple warnings by ISIS and Al-Qaeda earlier as well, where they have said you don't need a bomb, you don't need an ID, you don't need a gun, just take a truck and run through people. Those are the kind of advising that has come from ISIS and Al-Qaeda, leading many now to suspect this could be a handiwork. Well, let's also take you through the comparison between what had happened just about 8 months back in November 2015 in Paris carnage, where you see the visuals on your screen, where terrorists and gunmen were on the streets. Around 130 people were killed that time. And then you have the Nice attack, where around 84 people have been killed. Also, reports emerging, 18 of those injured are in critical condition, also leading to speculation that the death toll could mount. So this could emerge as the biggest terror attack in less than a year in France. We have Major General G.D. Bakshi, who is joining us at this point of time. Now, General Bakshi, now let's take this attack in view of India as well, where India has already appealed to the world, talking about a global fight against terrorism. India has also told the world that how we have been victims of terror attacks from the countries which have given shelter to terrorists. And now that question is back in focus for global reinforcement to fight against the terror, especially against those countries that have already given shelter and propagated terror as a state policy.
One of the operational advantages of a terrorist organization generally is that it has nothing to defend. It only has to attack, and the choice of targets is unlimited, infinite. I mean, you defend your airports and your offices and they will attack your restaurants and hotels. You defend your hotels, they will attack your shops and malls. You defend your malls, they'll come out on the roads like this. So the targets are infinite because they are hitting at unarmed people. Terrorism is becoming a sickness of the mind, especially the IS sort. It is about time that the world took concerted action. You see, on the ground, in military fighting in Syria and Iraq, the IS has taken a pasting. They have lost a number of cities. The Syrian forces, courtesy the very energetic Russian action, have advanced and have taken a number of cities. So have the Iraqi forces taken Mosul and other cities. The fact is that the ISIS is getting desperate. The more it gets hammered, the more it tries to lash out somewhere or the other in these kind of lone wolf attacks, which are so difficult to predict.
Absolutely.
Because there is very little of concerted planning involved.
Absolutely.
The point that I'm trying to make is that ISIS is a terrorist organization with a difference. It has territory. It has something that can be attacked. It has a vulnerability. In that area, it raises $3 billion a year and uses that to fund the internet. A massive recruitment campaign, a massive motivational campaign on the internet. So we have to take energetic action. I think the UNO may possibly have to put boots on the ground, because we can't afford to just wait for the armies, the battered armies of Syria and Iraq to deal with it with just air support from the others. You may, as a global problem, have to now see that you finish their hold on territory. You destroy their source of resources. That will have to be done. Otherwise, you will have many more attacks like this.
Absolutely, General Bakshi, and it's happening closer home as well. And General Bakshi, it's happening closer home as well, because when we had seen the attack in Dhaka, there were links drawn to the ISIS as well. So it is becoming an issue, and a global issue at that. Let's take our viewers through what had exactly happened at about 10:30 p.m. local time, when tourists and civilians had gathered to mark the Bastille Day. That's when the truck started moving on the Des Promenade in a narrow road right next to the right next to the beach area in Nice. Around 2:30 a.m. it was India time, and it started moving down the road in 2-kilometer stretch. It managed to hit around 80 people. The death toll now has gone up to 84. Within minutes, the casualty inflicted was so large that it was when the driver was shot dead by the security forces, the terrorist, the attacker, stepped out, started spraying bullets and injuring many more people. This truck had explosives in it, and it was certain that this cannot be a lone wolf attack, because the kind of arms and ammunition found in the truck seems to be a larger work of an organized group. According to the initial reports that are emerging at the moment, this attacker is a French Tunisian and also known as a petty criminal to the local police. Also, the local report that is suggesting at this point of time is that the driver in the NiceAttack is thought to be 31-year-old. Now, we're waiting for confirmation on that, but my colleague Jugal Purohit now joins us and takes us through the sequence of events.
The town of Nice, which is a very, very famous tourist destination in France, had just finished witnessing the Bastille Day fireworks at about 10:20 p.m. is what we understand. The first sign of this attack emanated. What we also know is that the crowd was in fact retreating after the completion of fireworks, and that's when the sound began. People started running in one direction. There are several eyewitnesses who are telling us from different angles that they saw people screaming. Children, women, men, all of them were running in different directions. They also complained about the lack of information, and there was no police responses. What they say, this chaos actually ensued, and what many people didn't know then was that a 25-ton truck driven by a man loaded with ammunition and grenades firing on those bystanders was making its way. It drove roughly for about 100 meters before the driver inside, the man who was firing also as well as driving, was shot dead by the police. Let's now go to the actual site of the incident where the attack took place. This is where we are taking you now, to the city of Nice, and this is the promenade, the main promenade where this incident has taken place. As you can see, as I said, Nice is an extremely important town from the tourism point of view, and this is the location, the promenade, where the fireworks had just gone over at about 10:20. That's roughly 2 a.m. Indian time. That's when the crowd was retreating from the promenade, moving in back towards their residences and their areas of accommodation, which is when the first signs of this mayhem, this monstrous attack, which has been condemned world over by most leaders, especially from the West, which is locked in a battle with the ISIS as we speak. That's when the incident started, and the truck, the 25-ton truck, drove for about 100 meters before the person who was driving it, the person who was also firing simultaneously, was shot dead by the police. Moving on, this is, as I said to you, the virtual view of the promenade where the incident took place. Moving on to what the world is talking about. This is the Twitter feed that we are seeing right before us. NiceAttack, in fact, is the top trend right now. As you can see, there are several Indian reports, there are several French reports which are speaking about the NiceAttack. We must also tell you that at this point in time, there is a macabre race between different terror organizations who want to claim credit. We are as of now not flashing anything since we are as of now not aware. The agencies haven't told us. But what has been told by the French president is that this is definitely a terror attack and that they are going to hit harder. They're going to pursue those who had attacked them in Iraq, in Syria, and wherever it takes them to. That's what the French president just spoken. In fact, if I can just show you, this is the truck. Look at the number of bullet marks on this truck. As I said, it drove for about 100 meters before the one inside, the driver and the terrorist, was shot dead. So that's what we know for now. And as we are waiting for further details, this is the picture that we can put for you.
Well, thanks, Jugal. We're also getting reactions from the world leaders. Right now, we have President Barack Obama of the US who has condemned the attack. The United Nations also going to condemn the attack, and also Canadian Prime Minister, the President of India and the Indian Prime Minister have all spoken against this terrorism menace across the globe, standing in solidarity with France. Also getting a reaction from Emma's home, Kiran Rijiju.
जो फ्रांस के निस शहर में घटना जो हुआ है उसको कड़ी शब्दों में निंदा करना चाहिए। भारत सरकार भी करते हैं और इस लड़ाई में हम लोग सब साथ हैं, क्योंकि ये पहली बार घटना नहीं है। फ्रांस में अभी लगातार हो रहे हैं और पूरा दुनिया को एकजुट होकर के इस आतंकवाद का खिलाफ लड़ाई लड़ना है। इसलिए भारत में भी समस्या है और बाकी देशों में भी है। इसमें भारत सरकार साथ में।